When you close your eyes, whatsoever is going on is not the world, your thoughts about the world. In reality, what you call your relatives, your near and dear ones, are just your imaginations. When we say life is a Maya, we are saying that what we are thinking about is the Maya. Once you see thought as a thought, that is freedom. One of the biggest shock in the process of meditation is the day you realize all your life was nothing but stories in your head. Whole process of meditation is withdraw your participation from the thoughts and just watch them. So this way you are learning to get out of your mind stories, and it will take time. And also notice why you obsessively go into thoughts again and again.
अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरम्.
Many enlightened beings say, close your eyes and you're done with the world. But when we're hearing all the sounds made by our near and dear, we know that they exist even if we close our eyes. So how to access the state of meditativeness?
Yeah, this is the kind of a question. In this, you have to be careful what you're asking, because you are asking for a death. I can answer you, but you have to be ready for that answer. Reason being that in reality, what you call your relatives, your near and dear ones, are just your imaginations. That's where you have to understand the difference between thought and the actual person. And thought, and this is where when we say life is a Maya, we are saying that what we are thinking about is the Maya. So when you close your eyes, now you are not dealing with your near and dear ones. You are dealing with your imagination of them. They are not the real ones. They are your thoughts about them. And as Krishnamurti said, once you see thought as a thought, that is freedom. And this is the where you have to cut the cord with the thoughts, that you have to know thoughts are not the reality. So yes, when you close your eyes, whatsoever is going on is not the world, your thoughts about the world. And this is a constant struggle to able to differentiate what is going on in your head and what is out there. The first step towards is knowing the distinction, that when you look at a tree, are you thinking of tree or are you actually looking at the tree? That is one. And most of the time when you are lying down in your bed alone and thinking, do you think you are thinking of people? No, you're thinking about your thoughts about people. And that is the Maya. And one of the biggest shock in the process of meditation is the day you realize all your life was nothing but stories in your head. That is the biggest shocker. Some people go crazy with that. Sometimes they take drugs and they experience this, that there is actually nothing going on. My first shock in my life was when I saw, I was 21, 22, and I was around Osho, and I started to do a third eye meditation. Too young to do the third eye meditation because other chakras need to develop before you go up to the third eye. Many young people start to do third eye meditations, which is very dangerous because you are not yet ready to see a space where you see the no story is valid. So that's why many young people who become enlightened, they don't live very long, because you're still the age of 35, all your 5 elements have to develop. And then you go into third eye and flirt around there. Then you will be able to handle the ending of the story. Because what we mean by Shiva, the Bhole Shankar, is right now, there is nothing going on, just this blank standing and energy. And on top of this, you're adding your stories and playing out your stories through your head. I'm not saying it's only shocking, but if you can go into that no mind state, then it is a psychedelic experience. It's a constant movement of energy and dance of energy. You end up dancing or you end up leaving your body, because in between it takes years to adjust that. And this is the suffering. When you start to become aware in your life, you realize that everybody you are meeting around you are into the ghost world of their thoughts. Nobody is present here. That's why when you come to realize the truth, slowly you realize you're so lonely amongst millions of people around you, because everybody is into their smartphone, into their thoughts, into their ideas. Nobody is really here. So that's when they say, when you close your eyes, world is not there. If you really close your eyes, if you really shut down, there is nothing going on. It is all going on into your thoughts. And realization of this is the first breakthrough into the spirituality. That's the first time you become aware that it is all your story told to you. You never tell anybody anything. You are only telling your thoughts to yourself in context to other, but you are all talking to yourself. So this is a very dangerous territory. If you enter there, you have to be willing to face but at the same time, if you are into that no mind state, and any thought you can manifest, because all your energy is not wasted by unnecessary thoughts which you are constantly playing into your head. And that's why the whole effort of meditation is how to make this movement of unnecessary thoughts stop. Then comes out of you a responsive thought. You see a tree through a silent mind, and in that moment, that tree can inspire a thought into you, which could be a poetry, which could be an understanding about life. Then you are a mirror of mind reflecting the life.
Is there anything to be learned from the past? Why am I stuck there? I go back to it as if it's a default state.
Because past is known and it is comfortable and secure. There is no change possible. When you repeat it, you leave a certain ego, which was part of that past. But with present, it challenges you to be something more, as each moment is coming as a new. And when you are living in past, please remember, you are a ghost. That's what we mean by ghost. What is a ghost? A person dies and his thought keeps on repeating. And that's what we call soul. It is not soul. Actually, it's the mind body. When you die, it's repeating certain stories. And those stories enter into a womb, which is appropriate for its journey. Similarly, most of us are ghosts. We're living by the thoughts and energies of the past and repeating them and defining ourselves. You are not a reality then. So this is the way of the ego to live into a comfortable shell of, it's like a artificial intelligence is nothing but past thoughts recorded, and they improvise out of that, but it's essentially nothing new. That's why it cannot overtake humans. This is stupid of people to think, because thought, present thought, is this universal phenomenon, and it always comes as a new inspiration. For that, you need to disconnect, which I said in the start of the conversation. See thought as a thought. Best way is just watch the thought. Keep looking at it. It will come and it will disappear. And that silence, it will not immediately disappear. Many thoughts will come. But see your indulgence, what you get from that past thought. Why you are enjoying it. And that's where the key is. You, the one who is projecting the movie of the past story again and again. That is the real question you should ask. Who is thinking? Ask yourself. This is even deeper and stronger question. Only go into it if you're willing, because I am returning you to the projection room. Don't ask that how to stop playing that movie on the screen. I am saying, look at the projection room, why you're projecting it out. No need to analyze your past. That is like you are analyzing a garbage before you throw it out. Seriously, you just throw out your garbage. You don't analyze it. That's the Western way. How to analyze your garbage deeply and deeply. Yes, this is the popcorn I ate 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this is the potato which was like 1 year back. Oh my God, it is still here. So this is what analysis is about. Otherwise, you just whoosh, clean it out, throw it out. And what is organic will stay with you as your wisdom. The rest will be washed away because you're too busy in participating with the present. Only the live thoughts will be able to keep up with you. The rest will not find your energy available to play them again and again. Your juice needs to flow, and few memories have juice for you, so you indulge. Whole process of meditation is withdraw your participation from the thoughts and just watch them. So getting used to that watching, you need to first learn to watch your breath movement. And during that, you have a contrast. This is the breath movement. And in between, your mind will get into stories. You bring your attention back to the breath. So this way you are learning to get out of your mind stories, and it will take time. And also notice why you obsessively go into thoughts again and again. Here it's very important for everybody to understand why we indulge into thoughts. Because of thought, you feel you exist as a thinker, as an ego. If there is no thought, you are suddenly left with a little death. You do not exist then. Don't think you exist separately as a thinker, as an ego. When thought appears, then the thinker also comes. For example, people say he's a singer. He sings songs. No, actually, because of song, he's a singer. Singer is not defined as separate from the song. When you are singing, that song makes you a singer. Thought makes you a thinker. Thinker is the thought. So for our ego to continue, it has to keep on thinking things that I exist. That's why people talk anything and everything to just feel they exist. And behind it is the fear. Once you become quiet and mind starts to become quiet, you start to freak out. And mostly people experience deep peace. They feel the fear they're dying. Die, man. This is beautiful death. Because that death is you constantly harassing everybody with your thoughts, because people usually don't want to talk really to you. They want to feel they exist by talking to you. Because when you're looking back at them, their ego feels, yes, I exist. This is what we are, hunters of each other's attention. But once you know yourself as a presence, the presence behind the thought, Shiva is before thought, during thought, and after thought. That is the whole process of meditation. The one who is aware that there is a thought, and when thought is gone, there is still a presence. That presence is not part of the ego. That presence is right now. You can experience it.
Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhaj Man Haran Bhav Bhaya Darunam Nav Kanj Lochana Kanj Mukh Kar Kanj Pad Kanj